Welcome back to Hutan Pantai episode 35. On the previous episode, we got our dairy put up. We put our goat milk into the processing center. And we have some goat butter. It looks like it just comes out as regular unsalted butter. I don't see anything about goats on here. So it's not like a actual product that's actual butter for goats. Yeah, it's just regular butter on here. So that's interesting to note. We do have some buffalo milk we could bring over, which maybe we probably should, because it's going to be done processing this goat milk real quick. This one goes really fast, unlike the smaller dairy here that takes forever. But we'll run that out there. Actually, we could probably go ahead and do that right now. Take advantage of that. Get our first buffalo milk in there. Also, on the previous episode, we got the sugarcane fertilized with the spreader. I think what we're going to do, our slurry is like completely filled on the buffalo area there, the storage. We should get a slurry tank or a spreader injector, whichever one we decide. I think I know which one we're probably going to end up getting. But we have to go to next month anyway, so we'll wait to buy that. Maybe one will come up in the sales if we're lucky. Let's see. Yeah, this is the milk location. Refill 3,815 liters. Yeah, not even enough to fill it. We'll get this set over there. And then, let's see, it's on this side. Move some of this equipment out of the way. I don't think our butter's going to sell until, yeah, October, so it will be a little bit. We should just put this out front, I guess. Okay, yeah, there we go. Dump. Into the dairy you go. First time with the tanker. Buffalo milk. So then we can do... we could do that mozzarella, which I'd be interesting to see that. But I also want to do some buffalo bottled milk too. But let's do the mozzarella. And then I think after the buffalo bottled milk, that will actually be all we can do. Unless we had regular cows to do the regular milk. And then we could also bring over the sugar. But I don't think we're going to go that direction. Yeah, the cheese as well as regular cows. But we will have mozzarella cheese. Trying to figure out where we're going to put our slurry spreader and all that once we get it. Yeah, this four-wheel, this is going to be tough because it's not the easiest to back up either. It is April, but we got to get planting our rice because this is the month to do it. Got to do the long grain rice for sure. And then once we get this done, we'll advance to May, and then we'll, like I said, we'll get a slurry spreader. It has come time. We actually should have did that the other time instead of using the fertilizer. I kind of forgot all about it. But I realized we are completely full. We gotta get our money spent and get going on that. If we're gonna do that. Long grain rice. Off they go. And then we'll get these started on our small fields here too. So it'll be quite interesting here. We gotta get these pumps going too. To see if this lime's gonna help. We tried, yeah, 50% fertilize the other, well, that's fertilization. We're talking about lime. I forgot. We put some lime on the field here, and we're hoping that that's gonna get that, what, 10%? We were always at 90. Hopefully it'll hit that 10% that we weren't getting for the gain on the yield bonus. I'm hoping this takes care of it. But we'll find out here, I guess. Get this emptied and then we'll get it refilled. And we'll see what we're working with. Alright, what does it show? 100%! So this was it. So if anybody was wondering, you do gotta lime your rice fields. It doesn't say in the map, so that's a bug on their part, because we weren't doing it for the longest time. We didn't know we had to do it, because it doesn't show it on the map back here. Maybe they'll update that. Our sugarcane field also needs lime, but when we ran the spreader on it, it wasn't registering it, so we might have to do that right after we harvest. If we do have to end up like cultivating. Let's see, they also fix the workers so we can start them correctly here. Yeah, we'll try after we cultivate, or excuse me, after we pick, and then we'll see if that will do the trick. Alright, let's get on to the planting, and then we'll see in a few minutes. So we have a little cool thing here. This extra info display in the right corner. This is a mod in the mod hub. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But it shows you how much dirt there is, the power of the units. Like everything you could need. I was a little worried when I got that. It's like, it might make it too busy. But it is really handy, especially when you're cleaning here. You know exactly when there's no more dirt left. It says 0, but that wheel almost looks dirty there, doesn't it? But no, I guess that's just scratching up. So that's cool to have that. I wonder if I should get this side organized a little bit better. Maybe get the fertilizer towards the door more, and it ain't too bad though. Alright, how'd our other one come out? Looks like they're just about done. We can finish up the last little bit here ourselves. I have to probably get a refill as well. I gotta say though, this 1.6, well, no. Yeah, this 1.6 patch we're on, right? Yeah, 1.6. It has done wonders for the frame rate. You still get a drop here and there, but I actually turned the view distance up. It's actually up all the way, I believe. We'll check that out here in a second. And it's having like, it's doing really good for my system. I am still gonna buy it, or actually I'm building my own PC here to upgrade even more. Yeah, let's look at that. Settings. For those that just joined us, you can actually change the graphics settings in-game, which is awesome. Yeah, we're up to 200 on all these. And this is what I had to turn down before to make it actually playable. It's actually holding its own now, which is awesome. I got a 3700 AMD, and then I'm running a 4090, but it's bottleneck on the CPU, so I'm going to get a CPU. I actually got it ordered. It's shipping right now as I'm recording this. It is a 9800X3D. It's one of the best CPUs you could get right now. I just want to utilize my 4090 while I have it. If it's bottlenecking, I want to make sure I'm enjoying my 4090. I've had that for probably a couple of years now. But yeah, we'll be building my own PC, so it's going to be kind of exciting. I don't know if it will or will not put a break in our recordings. It might not. It probably won't even affect it. Probably be done with this series though before I get that built. Get all our dirt sprayed off. Yeah, it shows the damage as well. There we go, another successful planting done. This should all be 100% yield bonus. I wonder if that extra 90 is actually going to help us out even more. We're still processing last year's rice. 100 on all these, that's crazy. It also shows the growth stage in the corner, so we kind of know right away when we look at it. Yeah, and 100 on our long grain rice as well, with an extra growth stage. Okay, so what I think we're going to do is we will advance, and then I think we're going to get that slurry tank so we can spread on our sugarcane field. There wasn't anything in the sales. I was also thinking about this weeder, if, actually it's a hoe, but if it doesn't work after we harvest on our sugarcane, we'll have to sell it, and I think we're going to have to go with spraying operation to make that work better. It's nice we only have one greenhouse to worry about now. Less to top up. Yeah, our slurry is completely filled in our cow pasture here, so it makes sense that we utilize that. I think we're going to need a lot more cows, though, to get our buffalo milk into high gear here. Anything in the sales? Hopefully one's in there. Ooh, yeah. So this, what is the required horse? 260. I think we're going to be a little bit short. The Valtra's 190 and our Deutz is 230. I don't know if it's really worth the risk to see if it's going to work, because we'll lose out on it as soon as we purchase it on any extra cash. Oh man. Let's take a look at our sugarcane field. We actually got to get those rice fields watering too. We'll do that before we get fertilizing. Yeah, 3 out of 8. It's not going to be a very good harvest, but with how much sugarcane we get, I don't think I'm going to worry a whole lot about it. We're going to need a sugar mill. I think we're going to have to put up either that or buy the one in town, because our current one is just way too slow. Still plenty in here to run. It's just not enough cycles. Let's take a look at the other slurry spreaders. This is the one I was thinking about. We could do this one, but you still have to buy the injector and then the wheelbase for it as well. You're going to be well over what we would pay for this one. But yeah, 225 horse. I think we could get by with our Deutz. Yeah, easily. It's 230. I was thinking it was less than that for whatever reason. Yeah, so that's the one we're going to go with. Not bad. 102,000. We get her purchased. What do we want to do here? 2 designs. So we got, what is it, a double injector or a single? For an extra 5 grand. Must just be cosmetic. We'll go with the single. And then our rim color. I kind of want to go with yellow on this. Which yellow though? John Deere or the JBC? Or Challenger? Let's go with the John Deere. Under 2,000. We did it. We got our slurry tank finally. Alright, we'll get these rice fields watering. And then we'll go pick up our slurry injector. And there we are. In all its glory. A slurry spreader. This actually should go fairly decent. Let's go get her filled up at the cow pasture. Oh, look at that! A goat got out and it's froze on the side of the road. That's hilarious. They just can't quite stay in their fence. Rasky little buggers. Yeah, so I want to check before we fill this up. Oh man, this might be kind of hard turning around. What I should do is just start driving through the pen, I think, maybe. That would work a lot better than backing up. I'm just curious to see how much this slurry would be worth if we were to sell it. I don't think it's worth a whole lot. Yeah, this is kind of tight here, backing up. We should probably check on our goats too. I don't know if they need more grass or not. Yeah, so if we were to sell it, slurry. Yeah, see, it ain't worth a lot at all. It's only 6,000. Which starting out wouldn't be bad, but you ain't gonna be having that much. This holds quite a bit here. $18,000. We actually might have quite a bit of overflow. We might actually have to sell some. Yeah, the goats are out of grass, so we'll take care of them too. But first things first, let's go give this slurry a try on our sugarcane. We did have to shut off crop destruction because of the worker when it came to harvesting the sugarcane. It's just the way it worked. Would work a little bit better if you had 2 people, I think. But when you're playing by yourself, it's not gonna work. And I'm hoping this injector works good on this. We'll give it a shot. Alright, let's engage it. And we'll see if it counts. I guess it's using it. Let's see. There's a little bit there. It's not very dark. I don't know if... Let's keep going here and see if it fills in. It might not let us do this either. Okay, good. Thought that might have been a waste. Yeah, depending on how much it uses and how much we replenish, we may actually sell a little bit. Again, it's not really worth a whole lot, but you might as well get something instead of it filling up and not being able to do anything with it. It's a little bit left here on the end. I don't know why. It kind of quit there towards the end. I don't know what happened there. It's kind of weird. You got to be careful when you're running this because I was taking a thumbnail picture and then left the machine running and it was still using slurry, so something to be aware of. Okay, see, it stopped again in this spot. So I don't know what's going on here. It's really weird. It's running in the corner, but it's just not filling this out. Must be a bug or something. Unless there's something I'm missing here. Because there's just definitely a spot there. Let's take a look here once. On the ground. Yield bonus 60. I don't know. There's something goofy going on here. But we are 100% fertilized for the most part. I think next year when we do after the harvest, and probably, you know, right after the harvest is kind of probably when we could do it. We could do double application on this. I was checking in the menu here, and we got double application, which will use twice as much, but you only have to do it once instead of twice. So we'll definitely take advantage of that. I never really got to do it in Farm Sim 22 because as soon as I started doing it, precision farming was out, and then you don't really have to give it a whole fertilization anyway, so kind of nice to try that out. Probably do that on the next episode, maybe. Well, no, we won't, because the sugarcane harvest takes too long, and then we got rice to do as well. But it's definitely something we will do, and that's all our own slurry, so that's good there. Yeah, if we can get this up there. I don't know if it's the best to back in or drive through that shed. I got hung up last time. We'll fill the tank up again, top it up so we got more room in our shed, so if it produces more slurry, then we can hold on to that. Once we get more cows, we'll definitely probably having too much. Oh, that wheelbarrow is going to be in the way, ain't it? We'll definitely be having too much, and I think we'll probably have to sell some. We might be alright this time around. Get it out of the way here. 20,000. Yeah, it's almost like empty then, I think, at that point. Pretty close. Yep, so they got plenty to fill up. Okay, let's get our sheep topped up with some grass. Again, in the update, they didn't fix the bale issue on this goat pen, so we still have to use the multi-fruit station. It is what it is. It only takes about one load, so it's not really that much of a pain to do, really. My goat pen is almost full. We had what? Yeah, they are full, so they finally reproduced all the way. With 54. I'm going to give them another, let's see, yeah, 8,000. Let's top them up a little bit more, because that's all we're really using the wagon for right now. We'll probably use the truck to sell our produce if we need to. We could sell it at our local kiosk too, which we probably will end up doing. I might just leave the wagon here after they're done. Yeah, because we're quite a bit yet, over 50%. Trying to see if it's too much in the way of those milk cans, but should be all right. We also have that extra sugar cane that we're gonna have to get a bucket for on our. Maybe we'll do that and take care of that before the harvest. Other than that, I think the only thing we're really shooting for on this playthrough is to get our sugar streamlined. And with the production, we only can do, we could either buy the one in town, or we could build our own, and I think there's only one, aside from the small, there's only one in here. There's not a medium one, it's this big one here. which you could do. It feels a little out of place here, though. And I was thinking about putting it on the corner here. $240 to buy it. But we could probably come up with some kind of clever landscaping to make it look decent here, but I don't know if I want to do that. If we bought the one in town, $240 as well. But it would kind of give us a reason to go to town. We need a forklift or something down here to take care of all that. Where's the spawn point for the... Oh, right here. I don't know, it could be one of our last objective for this playthrough is to buy this sugar mill for $240. It's not that far away from the farm either, I mean... We have to decide on what kind of a wagon. Maybe we should just buy a couple wagons and then run the tractors back and forth if they could handle unloading. We weren't having the best luck with workers getting down here to this delivery point. But we could give it a shot again for delivery and see if it would work. Yeah, we might just buy that for our last objective, I think. And then we'll end the series, I think, after that. Looks like our butter has finished on our goat milk. Our goat milk butter. So we'll shut that off. Yeah, let's switch on goat milk bottled. And what we're going to do is we got to get the... There's some more goat milk that has spawned at our shed area. We'll get that over there so that I can get processing. And then I think we'll also run down to the shop. We'll get a bucket. We'll get that sugar cane into our production so that can finish up and process. Kind of wonder if that with the update, if they fix the when you build the rice fields, if the because we're having so much issues with that not working out to our custom shape that we wanted. I don't think I've seen it in the notes at all. Yes, and our rice rolls are getting close. There's a little bit left on those. Not much. 125 liters. Not much at all. Got about 3 pallets here. Now we could use the skid steer too. That would have been better. Maybe we should get the bucket for the skid steer. I'm trying to think of what would work better. The front loader or the skid steer to get the bucket for. I guess we'll probably only use it once. Maybe we should rent it. But if we ever have an issue again, which we probably will, we're going to want it. I think it's cheap enough to buy. I think I might just get it for the skid steer the more I'm thinking about it. Another full pallet here, 1,000 liters. Yeah, that's our sugarcane production is very slow. We're definitely gonna have to go a different direction with that. Ooh, look at that! 2 Deutz Fahr, one for 41 and the other one for 46 hours and usage. Okay, so we will get a bucket for the skid steer, I think. Let's see, combinations, and then, yeah, right here. $4,000 for that. Wait, how much does this hold? $1,284. How much does this for the other one hold? 1,000. Yeah, so we actually want to go with this one anyway if it holds more. Okay, let's do that. Let's go with black. Kind of deciding if we should drive down in this or if we should grab a, let's see, that'll work here. Take the truck down. What is this, max 7 miles an hour? Yeah, I think what we might do, let's see, do we have the flatbed on our, we can configure it, I guess. No, we got the trailer. Let's configure this to a flatbed. We were using this for the sugarcane that we realized it wasn't going to be good enough because there's way too many trips back and forth. We'll take this down, grab the buckets, and then we'll bring it back. Special delivery. I think they actually fixed these straps for 22 where the straps go over the top instead of on the bottom. On certain items, of course. Not every item is like that, but it's cool to see that. A little extra detail. I always kind of wish Giants would, I don't know, kick some money to these modders and start making some of this stuff base game. Would only make sense. I guess maybe the black was too black for this Kubota. It looks kind of out of place. Should have went with a gray one, I guess. We'll get our mess cleaned up. It was just too much for this production, so it started overflowing on the ground. Hopefully we get it all without it getting stuck under something. Definitely getting pushed around. Oh no, I think it got stuck. Let's see. Almost 82. We might not get it all. Alright, just a little bit in the back that got wedged over. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that without getting in a bad position here. We could probably leave it too. We did get the majority of it. It kind of adds some realism there. We'll leave it. Yeah, so I think what we'll do in the future, once we get that... Well, if we either make our own sugar processing or buy the one in town, we might buy the one in town. It might be kind of cool to do that for this. Gives us a reason to drive to town. I guess we kind of still go up there for the sell point anyway too, but I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to buy that big one in town. Then we'll delete these, and I guess we'll probably start parking some, I don't know, the slurry tank there if we need to or whatever. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for this episode. What I'm going to do is probably advance the few months, get the rice all watered up, and then probably top up that greenhouse as well. What's going to need it. And then we'll probably be harvesting our, is it our sugar cane we got to do first, I believe? No, we actually got to do the rice first. September and August. The short grain rice in August, and then I guess we'll go from there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.